June 2000 here, coming at you with a movie review of definitely a very badass movie by John motherfucking Woo. Great film director who knows how to direct action movies like Broken Arrow, Face Off, and Hard Target. And I still gotta check out Boiling Point and also Paycheck. Mission Impossible 2 sucked. It wasn't John Woo's fault. It just probably the stupid story they written for the dumb Mission Impossible stories. I don't care for those movies, but it's my least favorite John Woo movie because like he directed it and it's in the collection that I have. But all in all, this movie I thought was better than Mission Impossible 2. And this movie kicked ass by director John Woo. Starring Nicolas Cage and Adam Beach and Mark Ruffalo. Windtalkers. This movie is a really brutal, kick ass, disturbing, graphic war film. Like a lot of action violence in this movie. Like this one, it's no holds barred. Like this is up there with Heartbreak Ridge. Like you know how Heartbreak Ridge, Heartbreak Ridge, Ridge, not Heartbreak Ridge. Like, well, there's that too with Clint Eastwood, but I'm talking about Hacksaw Ridge. That's the one. Hacksaw Ridge. That's the one that's really graphic and bloody. Even Platoon is pretty not violent, but still disturbing. And also, Saving Private Ryan's a bloody movie. Um, there's many more war movies that are really violent and bloody and disturbing. This one's up there. I would put this in a top 10 war movie list because this one is really good. It just shows you how brutal the war was. It's during the brutal war of War Two, the Battle of Saipan. It was like during the World War Two when they had like wars with the Japanese. And this movie's about like Navajo code talks where they got to get the signals talked about like signaled through and translated by Navajo soldiers. So they train a lot of these Navajo civilians to go be trained and study the translation to get these codes that are important to like get the signal out. And it's a really good movie. It's really well done by John Woo. The action scenes are well done and really disturbing. Very brutal graphic movie. Like this movie doesn't it's not the faint for the heart. Like this is up there with graphic movies that are very bloody, like the Terrifying movies and and the collection. Like you know those movies are bloody. This is up there. This is a very vicious movie. Up there. And I may be biased about this, but I kind of like this better than Saving Private Ryan, in my opinion. Not that Saving Private Ryan was a bad movie, but I think it's a little overrated because there was an issue with some scene, what part that I had with the movie where this character should have fucking saved this character, but he was a chicken shit pussy, and he let one of his soldiers get killed, and he let the fucking Nazi get away. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That kind of like bothered me in the movie. I'm like, fuck this character. He let one of his army buddies get killed, and he doesn't kill this Nazi character that just killed his friend. Like, fuck this idiot. Like, I understand he's scared, but like, what a fucking pussy kid. Like, you couldn't save this character with like even the fucking dude's like getting stabbed and he's yelling like, dude, go save your fucking friend, dipshit. Like, that part pissed me off. Like, what a fucking dipshit. Like, he should have saved. Like, that's the part that pissed me off in the movie. Like, he should have saved that character. Like, none of that bullshit happened in this movie. This movie did everything fucking good. Better than Saving Private Ryan, in my opinion. But it has, like, the same graphic violence in it, but this one is better, in my opinion. It's about, like, Navajo soldiers getting recruited to be translations to these codes that have to be broke through radios and sent through, but they go through vicious battle sequence that are really brutal. And the movie stars Adam Beach, Nicolas Cage, Peter Stormare, Brian Van Holt, Mark Ruffalo, Francis O'Connor, Christian Slater. That's a good fucking cast right there. And of course, music is by James Horner, great composer. Of course, Adam Beach is one of the Navajo soldiers that are getting recruited, and their first getting his like he has another friend that's a Navajo resident that he gets recruited to, but they're like treated like shit when they first get to like the campsite of the army troops. But they're just treating them like shit, but they starting to like them more when they know that Anna Beach knows how to play cards and his friend knows how to play music in the background and they like the music. So they start getting along until like one of the characters kind of becomes a dick towards Adam Beach's character, and you have a bit of a brutal fight scene at the river. Very really good practical fight sequence. And yeah, one leads to another. They get to more battle sequence. One character gets his back shot by his because he has like a flame thrower, and he gets shot in the back with the tank getting blown up, and his whole body gets bust into up in smoke, and it's definitely a disturbing part where you see because John Woo knows how to direct action sequence, and it's a really disturbing shot where he's like all fully burned up because the tank blew up because he had a flamethrower. And dude, that was a disturbing part. That part was really disturbing. But the movie does get a lot of more hardcore. Like the movie is definitely hardcore with the violence and the gore. A lot of stabs, a lot of gunshot wounds, a lot of bullet wounds. A lot of people are getting their arms cut off, their hands cut off. A lot of people are getting their throat slits, their eye stabs. Bunch of gruesome, brutal stuff that happened in the war. And each character starts dying one by one from these brutal, violent wars that they had to go through. That even the character, and one leads to another, Adam Beach and Nicolas Cage are like the last two that are. They're like the last ones that are still left in the war. And of course, there's sequence before when that happened. There's like some good acting between them both about their life and how about why they get into this war, what's going on. And you even got the other characters. They even have good story arcs too. Even he starts to get along with the character that he had because he has to. Remember early in the movie, he had a fight with this asshole character that was treating him like shit and being racist. But him and Adam Beach would go on and have like a good conversation, and that character had a good arc, and he died in the movie too. And a lot of characters died in the movie. Christian Slater's character died. I think Mark Ruffalo's character died. Maybe I think all of them died. Even Peter Stormare, he got shot in the stomach and he was losing a lot of blood. Like Peter Stormare played a sergeant character and he died in the movie. But these were like characters that were in the length, like fully length in the movie. Even the guy who played was Adam Beach's Navajo friend. His acting was pretty good too. Excuse me, folks. Just needed a refresh from water. But even Adam Beach's friend, which is his Navajo friend, he, even though he is kind of quiet and he doesn't talk to them a lot, even though he talks to them a little bit, and he plays his beautiful music, he is serious about the war. He goes fucking hardcore on these Japanese soldiers that he has to fight and kill to survive because he just goes hardcore on them. Because of course he's a Navajo, he goes hardcore on them, goes off savage. Because one of the characters gets I think was it one of the characters gets stabbed by one of the Japanese's knife guns, and then he shoots that soldier Japanese and starts shooting them and then stabbing the shit out of more of them with the knife, like stabbing them in the throat, slashing them to the throat, stabbing them in the eye. Like, dude, that dude was hardcore. He wanted no fucking wasting time. He was no holds barred like a motherfucker. He was kicking ass, taking no names like a motherfucker. Like, I forgot the actor's name because he's pretty good too. Like, that character was a character that stayed in the movie for a long time, and you were expecting like maybe his oh shit his character's gonna die early in the movie. No, his character stays lengthy in the movie with Adam Beach and no and Nicolas Cage's character in the movie. But Nicolas Cage and Adam Beach are like the last two fighting and surviving, getting all the bullets wounds that they get into their arms and their chest, and they're not giving up. Like never give up, never surrender. Fuck that shit. And they kicked ass and they made it to their victory. And they defeated the Japanese. And yep, Nicolas Cage died from his wounds, but Adam Beach is the one that survived from his wounds. He kept he was given the medal, the necklace medal, the army dog tag was given by Nicolas Cage. He kept it, and then he put like good spirit, Navajo spirit on it, and gave it to his young son after he came back from the war. He gave his necklace to his young son, and then he starts chanting Navajo prayers. And yeah, and even when the movie ends with all the credits going up, you see like shots of all the characters that were in the movie. Like that's really cool. Like showing all the characters that were in the movie, like and having the credits on the side. It's kind of like how was it like how Platoon ended. That was really badass. Like that's like how Platoon did. And yeah, this movie was really really well done, well acted, well paced, well directed by John Woo. He knows how to direct fucking action movies. I liked his recent movie Silent Night, which I definitely would love to pick that up. It was one of my favorite movies from last year. Definitely my favorite action film slash revenge. Silent Night was a great comeback by John Woo. I still gotta see Paycheck, but this movie was a lot better than because they said the director of Mission Impossible 2, but that movie sucked. Fuck that movie. Windtalker is better. This was a lot improvement. Windtalker, I give it out of 1 to 5. I give it a solid 4.5 out of 5. This was a really, really powerful World War II movie. Definitely not for the faint of heart. I did remember seeing this in high school, watching it, and I never got to finish watching it because we left school that day, and then we came back. We didn't really want to. See, we didn't seem to return to watch this movie, which I didn't get. I thought we were going to continue watching it, but we went to like other working subjects. Like fuck, I wanted to see this movie. And then for years, I have not seen the movie for a while. Then now I got to see it, and holy shit, this movie still holds up. This movie is really bloody. Like you enjoy if you see like a lot of bloody movies, even war movies that are bloody, this is really, really scary, and it's well made. Definitely a great War II movie. I'll put this up there with a top 10 greatest war movies of all time. Great film, great cast, great acting, great music by James Horner. The music is excellent. The action sequences are well done. Yeah, definitely a badass John Woo movie. And this movie kicks ass, folks. Hit the like, subscribe, and take care, everybody. Bye bye.